Perform the arithmetic in 13 through 20 using binary notation. 10100 minus 1101. And each of these two subscripts here mean that these numbers are in binary notation. So doing subtraction in binary notation is very similar to doing subtraction in decimal notation. So we're going to start with the column on the right, and we need to do 0 minus 1, but we can't do that. So we need to borrow from the second column to the right, but we can't because that's also a 0. So we're going to have to borrow from the third column to the right. So we're going to take away 1 from the third column to the right and change the second number to the right. Instead of a 0, it's going to be a 10. Now a 10 in decimal notation is 2. So now I can take away one of these and we'd be left with a 1. 10 minus 1 is 01, or just 1. And then I can bring that borrowed 1 to the next column, the column on the very far right, and that'll be a 10. 10 minus 1 is 1. And now we can go to the second column to the right. This is 1 minus 0, which is 1. 0 minus 1, we can't do that. So we're going to need to borrow from the fourth column to the right, but there's nothing there, so we have to go to the fifth column to the right. And so the fourth column to the right becomes 10. We need to borrow one of those, which is going to turn into just a 1. 10 minus 1 is 1. And that borrowed 1 will go to the third column to the right. So now it's a 10. 10 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. So that's another way of thinking about it. The fourth column on the right, we have 1 minus 1, which is 0. And 0 minus 0 is 0. So we don't need to write these two digits here. Our final answer is just 111. I also thought it'd be useful if I represented this subtraction in base 10. So this is 20 minus 13. And to do this subtraction, in order to get this column on the right situated, we need to borrow 1 from the tens. And so the 1s become a 10. And 10 minus 3 is 7. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. But we don't need to write that 0. We just write the 7 as the answer. And 111 is 7. Here the base is 2. Here the base is 10. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.